disappointed with myself that I was bad-mouthing a beautiful balloon. And I'm not a balloon loon. So it made me think, It made me think about Robert Frost and his wonderful poem that I have celebrated many times on my Human Being podcast, on bolesblogs.com, and in general conversation with students and people alike. And this is the article that I wrote. This is 10 years ago. The Strong Are Saying Nothing. Ian Jones, NFT artwork for you back there is the banner. And this is a agricultural poem. The Strong Are Saying Nothing. And this is the poem. And I'm going to read the poem because I love the poem. The Strong Are Saying Nothing by Robert Frost. I think this is like 1921, when America was agricultural and your whole life was planting and growing. The soil now gets a rumpling soft and damp, and no regard to the future of any weed. The final flat of the hoe's approval stamp is reserved for the bed of a few selected seed. There is seldom more than a man to a harrowed piece. Men work alone, their lots plowed far apart, one stringing a chain of seed in an open crease, and one still stumbling after a halting cart. To the fresh and black of the squares of early mold, the leafless bloom of a plum is fresh and white. Though there's more than a doubt if the weather is not too cold, for the bees to come and serve its beauty aright. Wind goes from man to man in wave on wave, but carries no message of what is hoped to be. There may be little or much beyond the grave, but the strong are saying nothing until they see. Now that is a lesson, a very Midwestern lesson, in keeping your mouth shut. There is tremendous value in just wait and see. The weak get frazzled. The weak make decisions. The self-anointed weak pick on balloons. When the strong could have said, I thought this transparent balloon was going to be opaque. Maybe I'll just see what happens. And then you would have been proven right. And how many times in our lives have we said, oh yeah, I know what's going to happen before it happens? Well, maybe, maybe not. And so if you try to live that motto, that lesson of life that Robert Frost gave to us, the strong are saying nothing until they see. I want proof. I want evidence. I think I know what's going on. I think the ground is going to be fine, but there could be mold. After the grave, it may be death or it may be eternal life. I don't know. What's the point of talking about it now? We'll find out when we get there. The strong are saying nothing until they see. And then I realized that poem was really the link into our next most important topic of conversation today. And I'm going to show it to you right now. Whoops. This looks like a dossier. And it is. It's also, I guess you would call a book, but it looks like a giant handout for a class. This is a sticker, but it's not a sticker. This is origami, but it's not origami. It's just a photograph. The title of this book is American Origami. And the strong are saying nothing until they see. Now this book, as you can see here, is stapled. Talk about retro. Talk about growing up. Talking about publishing your own chapbook of poems. Now this is very 1970s. But this was just published. And it's a very difficult book to discuss. And this is $80. This is an $80 book. I'll show you the website in a minute. But American Origami is a condemnation of American life. It is the archaeology of killing our children, memorialized in this beautiful American Origami book. This artist Andre Gonzalez went to several places. And it's unwieldy, but you can see. Here we go. We'll read it together. This book is about Columbine. Red Lake High School. You ever heard of that? Virginia Tech? Northern Illinois? Sandy Hook? Local Community College? Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High. All the sites of major mass shootings of our children. And I believe the author worked on this for 6 years, visited every single one of those mass shooting sites, took photographs, then did interviews with the grieving friends and family of the dead, and memorialized it here in American Origami. The archaeology of killing our children. That is our history. That is our definition. There is no running away from it. It's absolutely 100% how this time in America is going to be remembered in the history books. We did not care if our children were shot in the face with an AR-15 or not. If it happens, it happens. Now, here's the beauty of this book, which is very alarming. As you can see, this is the middle of the book, but this whole side is staples. So it's stapled this way, right? So this is the middle of the book, but it's also the end of the book. So here's the beauty of the book. You open to a page, and you're looking at it like this. This is Columbine. This is Littleton, Colorado. Went to visit Littleton, Colorado. Okay? Beautiful. Green, grass, a trail of sand, a post office delivery truck, and then you get the origami. Hold back the page. And now you get this. Letters to the dead. They were written by the friends of those who were killed. And it's hard to read. And it's very emotional. So then you fold it back down, and you turn the page, and you turn the page, and you turn the page, and it's beauty. And inside, beyond the mask, the death warrants, the love letters to people who will never grow older. And it's just absolutely alarming. Again, Columbine, right? Oh, isn't that wonderful? Isn't this a wonderful book? What a memory book. Oh, wait, let's origami this and look inside. These are the belongings of the dead children that were returned to their parents, putting them in an envelope. And it's not just photographs, they're pictures. Oh, fun, artwork, fun with a typewriter. And then you origami it, and you open it, and what do you find? Book of death. And there are police reports, there are news reports, grieving parents, letters to the dead. Sandy Hook. Beautiful, right? Oh, gorgeous picture. You origami it. There's all the obituaries of the dead children. This is us. This is our history. And how many shootings and killings have we had since this happened? I'm sure Volume 2 is being worked on right now. We need the archaeological digging. Marjorie Stoneman High. Narrative of what happened. And then you origami it. It's flowers for the dead. It's one of the most beautiful, disturbing, and alarming books I've ever read in my life. American Origami. And here's the official blurb for it on the website, which is just as difficult and strange to look at as what I'm showing you. Because how do you promote this book where you have to open things and page things, and it's like it's printed on a home color printer? That's the paper. It's printer paper. And it's beautifully, beautifully done. Because that's what it is. It's a school project. A school project for the dead. American Origami is the result of 6 years of photographic research and examines and results of a statement of over 700 photographs, which closely examines the epidemic of mass shootings in American schools. The project includes first-person interviews, forensic documents, and press materials, as well as original photographs and text. The varied elements repeat and fold into each other, illuminating relationships between myth-making, atonement, and collective healing. Bound in a unique way, the book creates a parallel world of the past and the present, showing the silenced landscape interwoven with the personal artifacts created by those left behind. And those left behind are not just the dead. Those left behind are the family and the friends of the dead. And this image shows the origami aspect of this. It's really quite alarming. How did we come to this? Where this is part of our day, where this is part of our normal thinking, this is part of what we want for our children. It's disturbing and disappointing and a disappointment. It's an intense book, and it leaves you wondering, where do we go from here? The archaeology of dead children. Quite alive. And more bodies are added to that history every day. And nobody really seems to care. And now we're going to take a very brief blood pressure break. We shall return momentarily.